I've decided to do my SWOT analysis on Dunkin Donuts. Here's a brief overview of Dunkin. It has been operating for 65 years and has continued in their success with more than 11,300 outlets in nearly 60 countries around the globe. It was founded by Bill Rosenberg in Quincy, Massachusetts. Formerly part of Allied Domekek, the company was purchased by a group of private equity firms in 2006, including Bryan Capital, Thomas Lee, and the Carlyle Group. As of April 2011, Dunkin Donuts owned 16.1% of the market, while Starbucks owned 32.6% of the market shares. Only a few months later, in July of 2011, these investors took the company public, selling over 25.6 million common shares at an initial value of $19 per share. Dunkin Donuts is made up of great strengths. One in particular is their brand recognition. It is said that Dunkin has 94% brand recognition. With its strong geographic coverage, legendary variety of more than 1,000 donut products, a variety of coffee drinks, and a strong loyalty by the average coffee drinker, Dunkin Donuts is one of the most recognizable quick-service restaurants in the world. The company's slogan, "America runs on Dunkin'," reminds us of the loyalty that its customers possesses for its pastries, bagels, coffee, and muffins, for it has earned the #1 ranking for customer loyalty in the coffee category by Brand Keys for 9 years running. The company now has roots in many of the largest economic markets in the world. Another strength that I see for Dunkin is their convenience. Dunkin Brand's storefronts offers customers a time-saving opportunity that is valuable during the breakfast hours because many people are in a hurry for work, school, or drop-off. The average time for a wait at Dunkin Donuts is 2 minutes 56 seconds, which is a quick time compared to McDonald's, which has a 3-minute 37-second wait, and Starbucks, which has a 3-minute 1-second wait. Many locations have drive-up services, and many are located strategically in and around airports, train stations, and travel ports. Another strength of theirs is their low-priced products. Their higher cost incurred from the creation of service, quality, and atmosphere may allow Dunkin Donuts to compete with rivals on price. If the target market is not looking for a sit-down experience like Starbucks or McDonald's, but rather a bargain price, on-the-go experience, this may be a more successful strategy. Other companies have succeeded in the same way. Dunkin Donuts has been successful by providing lower-price alternatives to some shoppers. Here's a price comparison between Starbucks and Dunkin Donuts. As you can see, there's a significant difference in between the two companies. Starbucks is at $2.25 and Dunkin Donuts is at $1.95. Let's continue with the weaknesses. One weakness that I see for Dunkin is their poor franchise relationships. In order to grow a franchise business, the franchisor must be able to attract new ownership to manage its location. The franchisor should offer a proven business plan and support the needs of those that operates its storefronts. That being said, Dunkin Brands has a significant history of lawsuits with its franchisees. In 2010 alone, the company experienced legal battles with 15 separate owners. This history of bad relationships could be enough to deter potential investors from entering the Dunkin family, particularly when noting the bevy of successful franchises in a similar price range. Another weakness of theirs is their poor marketing plan. Dunkin Donuts does not spend much money for marketing its products and on media advertising, while its competitors do. In 2013, Dunkin Donuts was criticized for a racist ad campaign. The Dunkin Donut franchise in Thailand launched a campaign earlier this month for its new charcoal donut featuring the image of a smiling woman with bright pink lips and black face makeup. As you can see, there's the picture on the side. A leading human rights group has called on Dunkin Donuts to withdraw the bizarre and racist advertisement for her chocolate donuts. This is an offensive symbol of a racist era. Oddly enough, this did bring great criticism for Dunkin Donuts. It has increased donut sales about 50% since the campaign was launched. The Thailand franchisor quoted, "Not everybody in the world is paranoid about racism. I'm sorry, but this is a marketing campaign, and it's working very well for us." End of quote. They did not intend for it to be racist or offensive. However, I do believe that in the future they need to be more thoughtful and be more strategical about their advertisements. Dunkin Donuts has great opportunities for it as a company. One in particular is their international expansion. In its year-end 2014 earnings release, management spoke of its intent to focus its expansion efforts in Europe, the Middle East, and China, with roughly 19,000 total locations and expectation to expand to more than 30,000, these markets will soon be saturated by locations. But beyond these regions, there are a multitude of emerging economies that could provide growth opportunities for Dunkin' brands. And if the company continues expanding its base on the west coast of the U.S. and generates strong volumes from its present locations in the Midwest, the top line would certainly see a material increase. This map shows the current presence in pink. As you can see, there's a big market of Dunkin' Donut operations. The orange is the area of future expansion. Dunkin' Donuts hopes to expand to Ukraine. As you can see, that is highlighted in orange. Australia, Turkey, Italy, Poland, Romania, Argentina, Venezuela, and Bolivia are potential markets of growth for Dunkin'. Those are highlighted in gray. Another opportunity for Dunkin' is their menu diversification. The company has more than just entertained the idea of breaking into lunch and dinner day parts over the past few years. Dunkin' has added new sandwiches and drink options to its menu to meet the growing demand. But to go even further, the company has a significant opportunity in the health craze that has swept the nation recently. Therefore, they have kept an eye on low-calorie items and generally health-conscious choices going forward. Dunkin' Donuts sells over 1,000 variety of donuts and more than a dozen coffee drinks, as well as an array of bagels, breakfast sandwiches, and other baked goods. Another opportunity for Dunkin' is their LeBron James advertising campaign in Asia. In March 2012, the company announced its partnership with NBA superstar LeBron James, who will begin promoting the Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin-Robbins brand in Asia. The NBA has grown rapidly in popularity in Asia and in China especially, undoubtedly due in part to the emergence of players such as Yao Ming and Jeremy Lin. James has the best-selling basketball jersey and shoe in China and has already visited Asia 4 times. He will promote the Dunkin' brands in China, Taiwan, South Korea, and India through advertisements, online media, and in-store marketing. Here's a picture of LeBron eating a donut from Dunkin' Donuts. Let's continue with the threats. One threat in particular is their strong competition. Dunkin' brands may have a strong presence in northeastern United States, but elsewhere it is not always the dominant breakfast force on the market. Companies like Starbucks, McDonald's, and Krispy Kreme have been adversaries in the battle for quick service dominance in the breakfast day part. And now competition from local coffee shops and bakeries have grown as well, with cultural changes in some urban areas resulting in an unfavorable view of large restaurant chains. Furthermore, the company faces competition from Starbucks as Dunkin' begins to move westward, where Starbucks is already firmly established. Increasingly, they will also face competition from McDonald's, whose McCafe line can compete more directly on price with Dunkin' Donuts. Another threat of theirs is the raw material costs. Coffee and other commodities are subject to substantial price fluctuations and potential shortages. Where there hasn't been particularly noteworthy price changes recently, we have seen the negative effects that coffee shortages have had in the past. If commodity prices rise again, which is likely, franchisees could witness in the supply chain that have potential to magnify any potential cost increases and would hurt Dunkin's lofty margins. Here is a pie chart of market share gourmet coffee sales. Dunkin' Donuts is at 27% and Starbucks is at 43%. Dunkin' is the second largest in the market. In conclusion, Dunkin' Donuts is a dominant force in the coffee and donut market. Their variety of donuts and coffee products serves 3 million customers per day worldwide. They have continued their success through their affordable prices, memorable commercials, and coupon offerings. A major aspect of their success is coffee to brew at home. As of 2009, it has become the largest chain selling baked goods and coffee. Here's my works cited. Thank you for listening.